It's 1:19 p.m. In Los Angeles on Friday, the 26th of June 2009. This is Marc Strassman, reporter with Etopia News. For several years, Etopia News has been covering the DESERTEC project, a plan to build concentrating solar power stations throughout North Africa and the Middle East and export the surplus electricity to Europe through a supergrid of high voltage connections. And this project has now received an added impetus because, as according to an article in Der Spiegel International, a number of companies, including Siemens, Munich Re, and Deutsche Bank, will be having a meeting on July 13th to talk about raising the 400 billion euros, that's 550 billion US dollars, to launch the project and start putting it together. And so in order to get more details about this, I contacted Siemens, and Siemens was kind enough to send a statement about their interest in this project, and I'm going to read it now so that everyone can know about what Siemens' interest and involvement in this DESERTEC project is at this point. Here's the answer I got from my inquiry to Siemens. Cutting-edge projects and pioneering engineering achievements have always been typical Siemens merits, from intercontinental telegraph links to the Shannon project for the electrification of Ireland. Desert Power for Europe is again one such visionary project. There is an enormous dormant energy potential in the desert regions on our Earth's solar belt. There, the sun is available for power generation for over 4,800 hours a year, which is equivalent to more than 3 times the total annual insolation in Germany. Within 6 hours, the Earth's desert regions receive more energy from the sun than mankind consumes within a year. An area measuring 300 by 300 square kilometers, fitted with parabolic mirrors, should be sufficient to meet the world's entire power demand. Why shouldn't we develop CO2-free power generation across continents in the 21st century, just like we developed intercontinental telecommunications in the 19th century? This unites sustainability, technological competence, and visionary entrepreneurship. And precisely these aspects have been our focal areas for over 160 years. The DESERTEC concept describes sustainable power supply for Europe, the Middle East, and Northern Africa based on renewable energy sources. The power is to be generated by solar thermal power plants primarily located in Northern Africa and by wind farms off the coast of Northern Africa and Northern Europe. Together with a number of renowned industrial companies, Siemens has a commitment in the DESERTEC Industrial Initiative, DESERTEC 2. The objective of this initiative is to develop over the midterm a technical and economic concept for solar power from Africa. Work will also focus on the clarification of legal and political issues. The technology for implementation of the DESERTEC concept is available. Solar thermal power plants have a track record spanning 20 years and will experience a boom that is currently still difficult to assess. Low-loss, long-distance transmission of large quantities of power is also technically feasible and is already being successfully implemented in China and India. Siemens is a world leader in offshore wind farms and steam turbines for solar thermal power plants. Through its equity stake in the Italian company Archimedes Solar Energy, Siemens can also offer solar receivers, and thus a further key component for the construction of solar power plants. By combining these two technologies, we will enhance the efficiency of these plants and further reduce solar power production costs. Siemens is also a leading company in the field of high-voltage direct current, HVDC, transmission, which is essential for low-loss power transport over long distances to Europe's load centers. A fundamental prerequisite for the successful implementation of such large-scale projects like DESERTEC is, however, common political will at international level. Siemens is backing the concept with its solutions. DESERTEC could in the future make a contribution toward a clean power generation mix.